Kralo, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk all things trading, finance, money in general. And this is going to be another Bitcoin update. You know, so many people have sent me an incredible amount of messages on Instagram, and by the way, follow me on Instagram. A lot of fun backstage stuff is actually happening on Instagram. And a lot of people have sent me messages, Thomas, Bitcoin is bouncing, it's going to the moon, I'm longing Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. So I decided to make this emergency video by just looking at the charts and telling you exactly what do I see. And I see that I've missed two trades, one of which was earlier today, and the other one which was during the night. And unfortunately, I do have to sleep at night, so I didn't take it. But quite a lot of people who follow me on Telegram are subscribed to my Telegram channel, which there is a link down in the description, actually took that trade and made really good money. So that's amazing. And by the way, yes, subscribe to my free Telegram channel to always stay alerted. And I just want to take a look at a few things here just together with you. Haven't seen the charts that very much yet, so we'll take a look at everything together in a live setting, so to speak. And but from what I can see already, I really want you to be very careful right now, because this could also be a trick. It's something that you should keep in mind, and I'll show you two trades that were possible to be taken today and earlier today. And if you're from the United States, then you certainly were able to take this trade easily, because just simply out of the time zone difference. And again, you can be using Bybit and trading together with us on Bybit as well, which I'm personally using, and I have a lot of money on Bybit, more than $250,000 for just active trading. And there is a link down in the description of this video to my exclusive Bybit link, which will give you up to $4,100 in bonuses after you register, which takes like 20 seconds, no KYC, and once you open the account and deposit money into it. So also it's done really fast, and you'll get up to $4,100 after your initial deposit. And you can use it for your own trading, which is absolutely amazing, because the market currently is full of opportunities nonetheless. And if you can take a look, if we're going to be taking a look at this current situation right here, then we obviously see that we broke down out of this falling wedge and we are going down, and that's not very good. But we are actually retracing right now quite a lot. And I mean, we went down to, let's take a look, down to like $33,000, and we bounced off of $33,000 quite extensively again, because remember, there's a lot of volume standing here, and our target currently is at about $30,000. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, then watch them, because these are super important. But right now, again, in any move downward, there has to be some kind of a correction, right? So we cannot just be moving downward in just a direct line. So whenever, especially people who are super, Bitcoin believers, well, actually just like myself, and they're seeing the price action, they're saying, okay, we're going up, we're going so powerfully up, we should be longing, this is the end, we just hit the bottom, etc. But just keep in mind that this is just a short-term perspective, and it doesn't really mean much just yet. Just like we had some volume here as well, and it was actually going upwards, but then we consolidated and finally broke out of this falling wedge right here with a structure, with an understandable structure. Right now, this area is very dangerous, and let me show you exactly why it is. But it's full of opportunities for short-term trading, which can be done on Bybit safely with amazing liquidity and with a bonus from Thomas Kralo, so use my link down in the description. So let's take a look at what we have here. So we have this super long candle, which actually gave us a lot of volume here, obviously. However, we keep seeing some volume here. So this is actually a good sign. So finally, we see some increase in volume, and actually there is more volume right here in this green candle, which actually, if we take a look at it in this perspective, let's turn off this damn volume so it's not in the way, and let's take a look at what it looks like right now, because this is actually, if you're looking at the patterns and all the smallest details in the price action, then this candle right here would be considered a very bullish sign. But I think that this kind of a sign right now is not enough for us to determine whether this is a bottom or not. It could be, but it's really, I mean, this for me, it would be very difficult to actually determine whether this is the bottom. But again, with this kind of a long tail, and again, with so much, hello, where are you? Oh, there it is. So, and with this much volume, I mean, this is quite a bullish sign. So we definitely have a lot of support here. And if we take a look at the breakout out of, for example, this wedge right here, then you can take a look at the volume that we had here. And right now, in this candle right here, which is actually, in terms of the price level, is just pretty much at the same level, just a bit higher on average, then there is twice as much volume here. So this could be a good sign, in my personal opinion, but it's not enough for me to open a, like a midterm long trade with leverage and put a lot of risk into it. So let me take a look at what a smaller time frame is going to be telling us, and which actually is going to also show us a few interesting opportunities. Because remember, we just bounced off of it right here, off of this previous support in this falling wedge going downward. So this actually right now, for at least short-term, in short-term perspective, is going to be our resistance potentially. So it's going to be like a mirroring effect, turning from support into resistance in this area right here. So let's take a look at the hourly chart right here and see what does it look like. Now let me just toggle on automatic, and as you can see, we had this support here quite a lot previously out of this diagonal support level, but right now it actually turned into a resistance level, and this brings me to the topic of which would have been an amazing entry, which I personally would have taken easily with a very short stop, with a very limited amount of risk, and I take profit of at least 5-1, which again a lot of my subscribers in my Telegram channel actually took, and also the ones who are following me on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter, link down in the description as well. So let's take a look at an even smaller time frame right here. Again, we're going into this kind of a scalp trading kind of a thing, and for that we can take a look at a 15-minute time frame. And look, this is absolute perfection. And then people tell me key market levels, they don't work. Well, tell that to my bank account, okay? So here is a perfect, the tastiest ever false break you can imagine, which you can enter with a super short stop and a take profit of 5-1. I don't know, at least 5-1 or 10-1. And again, you can also use a trailing stop in this kind of an instance. And remember, as a rule of thumb, when we have so much momentum, so much power, from $33,000 all the way to $37,000 just flying within a few hours, there is a lot of power and juice wasted on this move upward. And oftentimes these kinds of momentums will be stopped, and at least in the short-term perspective there is going to be a bounce, just like we're seeing right here. So this is a perfect opportunity to take a false break of a super strong confirmed key market level. And again, if you want to learn how to do all this properly, all the links to amazing trading education down in the description. And just by the way, guys and girls, you've been asking me a lot lately on social media to create a masterclass for beginners, how to understand the crypto market, how to open an account, how to use stop losses, how to understand, how to do technical analysis, and what's necessary for proper crypto trading. And I did it for you, a 90-minute masterclass. Down in the description you'll find a link and use it, because this is one of those masterclasses that I do and then I take them off. So if you are a complete beginner, then, and it's pretty much almost free. So go in the description, click on it, and learn all the ins and outs of the crypto market. If you're completely new to crypto and you want to learn how all of this works, how to operate a platform, how to understand a trend, a candle, and how to place orders, etc., and how to even do technical analysis as well, so how to predict the market. All of that is in that masterclass. It was released yesterday, actually it went live yesterday, so it's your exclusive chance to get in to this masterclass right now. So let's take a look once again. So this is an incredible short-term opportunity, and this also would be into trend. So if we're going downwards in general on the daily chart, on the weekly chart, we're in the bear market, and we have so much energy coming to this previous super strong support level, which now turned into a resistance level. This is an incredible opportunity to take a quick scalp trade and make it, depending on your size of your deposit, a few $1,000. Why not? Because if we can take a look here, it moved from 37,500 down to 35,700, so that's almost $2,000. Okay, it's hard to close a trade precisely here. So even if your take profit would have been somewhere in the middle, $1,000, and if you're using a little bit of leverage properly with proper risk and money management, that would have been a beautiful trade. Now another one is also right here, which is this. Just let me draw this super quickly. There is this kind of falling wedge, which is again a bullish pattern right here. So in a breakout out of, let me just make it bigger, a beautiful breakout of it right here. And again, this uptrend we have in this short-term perspective, we have a super tiny uptrend. So obviously the price might be trying to come and retest 37,000 right here. So it would be an interesting trade to take with a very super short stop somewhere around here. And again, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, why not? And again, as it moves into your profit, but at certain size of profit, then you can move your stop into no loss and have a free trade, just like Thomas Crollo style. And that's it. So you can actually be scalping these all day long when there is a nice, understandable, clean structure. And that's it. Even this, for example, wedge right here was also tradable, but let's not get into that. So, but remember, always take what you see and not what you think, and only the best structures, and leave garbage for others when you're doing some active trading, when there is, no reason for you to go into a long-term trade or some kind of a and again, I'm not talking about long-term investing, because as Bitcoin moves down, I'm buying more and more Bitcoin, so I'm accumulating Bitcoin. But meaning that if you're looking for, swing trades, for example, is it a good time? And now let's get to the main topic of the video. Is it really a good time right now to actually find ourselves a long entry for Bitcoin with a target of, I don't know, 67,000? For me, it's really hard to tell, is this the bottom? And something is telling me that no, this actually could be just another instance like this, or anything in the process of us moving down. We have these corrections, and this could actually be a simple short squeeze. So this could be the actual attempt to liquidate some short traders and move even lower to our actual target, which currently is at about $30,000, and potentially, as mentioned in the one of the previous videos, could be even lower. So this could be just a trick. And again, this falling wedge could turn into resistance here. We could play around, maybe break a little bit above it, and then move downward. This is a very likely scenario at this point as well. So what do I personally need to see for me to actually put in a huge, few $100,000 trade on Bitcoin, thinking that it's finally reversing? So let me show you this as well in this video. So, and by the way, please like the video. I'm really trying to jam-pack them with information, with my view on both short-term as well as long-term, and what's going on with the volume and all the other stuff that, for example, and this is also very interesting, MVRV currently, I was telling you that we have a very interesting divergence in this, and this is deviating away from the main topic, and the video is going to be longer, but nonetheless, you guys were asking me for a longer video, so please do like the video and do comment below as much as you can to get this video on into the algorithm, so we get more views and this channel grows and people get access to this free information, which is super useful. So right here, right now, we actually have a divergence in MVRV, and again, I'm not going to be telling you what this is. I did a video about it before. So we have a divergence here. So this top is lower than this top. However, we currently are at our all-time high position right here, and this was our previous all-time high here. So there is a divergence. And we also saw this kind of a similar instance in 2017 here, where we had this top and then this one. And but the price actually was higher, the top of it. So it's a divergence. It's a classy, simple divergence, which was actually followed by a massive move to our previous, one of the previous all-time highs, around $20,000. And we are also having this divergence right here, which actually is a bullish sign, in my personal opinion, in terms of MVRV. But the issue that starts to arise here is that, as you can see here, this bottom actually did not go lower than this one. But in our instance right now, we are actually going lower. So this model could actually be broken, or if we move just a tiny bit lower and then actually bounce above, this could still stay relevant. So again, all of this, I will keep you updated. So make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. So what do I need to see? Number one, I really want to see a lot of volume, not just on the daily chart, but also on the weekly chart. Let's take a look at the volume on the weekly chart, by the way. Yeah, I mean, right now there is really no volume on the weekly chart. We really want to see some kind of a capitulation candle right here with a lot of volume, like this one right here. So there is not really that very much. There is some volume on the daily chart, which is good, which is nice to finally see some. but on the weekly, not that very much. And again, we are moving downward quite hard. So right now it is quite dangerous for us to make any calls just because of the look of the weekly chart. So if we take a look at again at the daily chart, what would I personally want to see? Number one, I want to see more volume. And number two, I really want to see the price break. Number one, price break above this resistance, which we just bounced off of, and which constituted an incredible short-term trade, a false break. And we really want to move above 37,700 and actually finally move into this vicinity, so back into the falling wedge. But that's not it. I mean, even if we move back into the wedge, I mean, we can just continue going within that wedge, going downwards again, and this will be just a disaster. So what do we want to see? Again, the same thing as we were hoping for here, to break out of this wedge. So in this instance, if we go into it, then I want to see a break above 38, 39,000, so actually above the actual wedge itself. And this would be the area where I could start considering to open some kind of a trade and then add into it when we break 40,500 to like 41,000. So once we actually break above these levels right here, and then as we go past these, and especially $52,000 is going to be super important, that's when, you know, we definitely will have a confirmed reversal and entry into another bull market. But again, if you're going to be waiting for, because this is like the best confirmation, $52,000, if you're going to be waiting for it, you're going to enter like $20,000 later. So, I mean, do you really want to enter so late? Or you probably should just use proper risk and money management and do your best to enter earlier. And that's, in my opinion, the best way to do it, as long as you know what you're doing and you're systematic and you're keeping proper trading statistics, you have your proper trading algorithm, then you shouldn't have a problem testing the market and, you know, trying to enter as early as possible. But for me, the earliest possible scenario would be somewhere the break of this falling wedge going above this plus some volume. This would be very bullish in my opinion, especially going finally above about 41,000, and then with a target of 42, then for the target of 46 on the way, also going to be there, because this is going to be a huge target right here. Then also on the way target of 44, which we had some resistance here, and then finally 52, and then all-time high. So this is my current view. This is what I'm going to be looking at. Please do like the video. As again, all the links to all the awesome products, all in the description, and a bunch of stuff. So all made for you guys and girls. Thank you for watching. Best of luck in the markets. Cheerio.